Hey folks, and welcome to another edition of Standard Spike. This week, I'm actually bringing you a cube draft since it is cube season after all. And I decided to do a Swiss draft because it's just a safer play, and just because we get to play all of our matches regardless. And the skill difference that is usually associated with a Swiss versus a single limb is not really the same when cubing. Alright, and here we are getting started. So we have a pretty weak pack, I think, in front of us. Nothing really stands out to me that just I want to pick, and normally that's not the case. Um, yeah, none of the cards that I really like to pick, or the directions that I like to go, are in this pack. Liliana of the Dark Realms, it's not a very good planeswalker. Deranged Hermit is fine. It's not usually my highest pick among green cards, not even close, but that might just be me. I think it's actually a pretty fine card, so maybe that is the pick actually. And then after those two, Preordain is would be my next pick. And then after that, I don't really want any of these other cards, so it's gonna be Hermit. If I wanted to try forcing mono black, which I've wanted to do in the past, I would pick Liliana, but I just don't like that strategy in the cube. It's supported, but it's not supported nearly enough, so it's actually just irrelevant, I think. And then we have Garuk. It's good. A few other okay cards in this pack, but nothing that we'd rather take than Garuk for sure. So we're green for sure right now. We see Ancient Tomb, Absence Pilgrim, and a few other decent cards, but nothing that we really want once again. So just the two of these. I'm not sure how powerful Tomb is. I've had it before, and it's actually pretty good. It's definitely more powerful than Absence Pilgrim, but Absence Pilgrim might just be better for us, because we do want pretty much all the ramp spells we can take, but they both are ramp spells, in essence. So maybe I should just take the more powerful one. The Pilgrim, though, is better if I end up either white or just in any other color. It's still better than the Tomb. So maybe that is actually just a reason to take the Pilgrim. And next we have Caracas, Martial Coup, and Llanowar Elves. I think Coup is a pretty good card for these kind of decks. But I wouldn't pick it to go into whites. I would definitely pick Llanowar Elves before I ever did that. And the Caracas is also kind of just incidentally good. So it's not really a card I'm picking over a premium card like Llanowar Elves. So Baneslayer. Actually, there's actually pretty decent cards in here. Baneslayer put us in white, where we just pick Raging Ravine and then maybe play it. Could either free roll it or just play red green. Helps us splash red as well. Maelstrom Pulse, a black card we could splash for. And then we have Archmage, which is, I guess, a possible splash, but we're more likely just to be hate drafting it because it's just really good. But I think we're just going to be on the safe side for ourselves and pick Raging Ravine. Ooh. So we see a few of the cards we could splash. I'm not really too excited about those, actually. Or just Elves of Deep Shadow, which is, of course, good. And then there's Maze of Ith, which I think is pretty powerful, actually. Pretty powerful card. But I don't know if I pick it over Elves of Deep Shadow. That's actually a pretty tough call. Like, we already have two of these. We're going to get more ramp. And Maze of Ith is an effect we can't really replicate, and I think it's just really powerful. So I think I'm going to go with the Maze of Ith, actually. This is certainly not the deck that I like the Maze best in, but I'll play it in pretty much anything. Maybe not aggro. Smokestack, Brushland, Oran Viper, and then there's Gaia's Cradle. I think Gaia's Cradle, with the current state of our picks, we're going to pick the Cradle. Ooh, Mirari's Wake. Alright. Sounds good to me. And if we were forcing mono black, which I was not really paying attention to throughout this draft, but that's probably because there was nothing good. But if we were forcing it, we'd find ourselves with a messenger at this point, which is really not. I mean, it's good for sure, but if that's the best we can do for mono black is just a messenger, then I don't know. I think they need, or there was actually Cabal Coffers, to be fair. That is one of the also nice cards about mono black, but I think if they want to support mono black, they have to go quite a bit deeper. I'm trying to think of, I know there's Corrupt, and I think there's Tendrils of Corruption. They took out Nighthawk, that's a weird one. And Consume Spirit would be fine, I think. Well, in any case, I guess we're on. It's either Ratchet Bomb or Tectonic Edge. I'm not really too interested in playing Edge main deck when we already have Maze of Ith, and then our color requirements are going to be kind of thick. We have Primal Hunter, Wake, and I'm sure we're going to end up splashing something else probably. But I suppose, well, I mean, either way, the card is ending up in the sideboard, so Ratchet Bomb might be the safer pick, just so we have an answer to, I don't know, tokens or 1-drops or something. So we can't really make use of any of these. So we can, I guess we could hate draft this one. If I thought I would care about Shivan Reef, I would definitely pick that, but this card is actually pretty strong against certain archetypes, and ours is one of the ones that can't deal with this. So, Eternal Dragon and Emiria Angel aren't bad. We'll go with Emiria because, and then Worship is also not a bad pickup. Emiria because we could. Trying to think of, I don't know, Skull Clamp, or we could just, ooh, really? Okay. Skull, wow, really? Okay, 15th pick Brushland. Never thought I'd see the day. So we can just make use of these tokens in some way. Skull Clamp, maybe Opposition. We do have Guy's Cradle already, so there's already a way. Elspeth is the card that most jumps out at me. It continues our token theme. It's a Planeswalker, and the rest of the pack is not that exciting. Wall of Roots is okay. I mean, obviously it's good ramp. I think that's the next best pick, so it's pretty clearly just Elspeth. And another Planeswalker, another token maker also. Scrubland Caves of Koilos. Not much else going on here. I'm not a big fan of Thornling. It's not the best 5-drop, and we have plenty of 5-drops. These other green cards are obviously not very good. Mortar Pod might not be the worst card to table. Chromox is good. But probably not as good as other ramp spells in our deck. Like, these ones are just better. So, definitely Garruk. And here we have, wow, more tokens. Spectral Procession, Bitter Blossom. Or we have a Fetchland, Plow Under, Baloth. So, well, actually a lot of options here. I don't think I want to dip into black for Bitter Blossom, because we have a few double whites now. We're actually pretty good into white. But are we good enough to have Spectral Procession? I don't know about that. Probably not. And I mean, I don't know. Actually, I could go. I mean, the theme is, we've got a pretty good theme going, and with Cradle we could like do some pretty crazy stuff. But well, I'll right click this, and then the fetch lands are always good to pick. But right now we don't have anything to fetch for. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick the Spectral. It does seem a little weird though. Not 100% on that one. And Thelonite Thornlight Hermit. He makes saplings. This one makes squirrels. Why didn't they sync these up? That'd be sweet. I mean, this card is a copy of this one, so it just would be really sweet if they actually made the same creatures. Hermit, I guess, is not that bad. Green Sun Zenith. Green Sun Zenith is not the worst either. We have a big card to get and then 1-drops to get, and we could obviously always pick up more cards. I think Green Sun Zenith here. I'm not the biggest fan of Thornlight Hermit. It is almost on par with Deranged Hermit, but it's definitely worse. So it's going to be the Zenith. Wow. Another Garruk. That'll be our 3rd Garruk. And I don't think I'm willing to pass it. Even though, on second thought, there is a Mindslaver, and that is the best thing we have to do with all of our mana that we're generating off of Cradle and Wake. So I think maybe the 3rd Garruk is kind of diminishing returns anyway, so let's pick Mindslaver. Yeah, I think that's actually just a better pick. Wall of Blossoms, Glorious Anthem, Windburst Kites. I don't think I can take the Flooded Strand. I think I have to take either Windburst Kites or Glorious Anthem. It's a really tough one too. They both are good with tokens. I think it's gonna have to be Glorious Anthem. The Windburst Kites, I think, has kind of a like win more thing type thing associated with it. Because if we're attacking with 3 tokens, like, first of all, the card has to be good underneath it, and then if we're attacking with 3 tokens or whatever, then like wouldn't Glorious Anthem just be better there? Well, maybe not better every time, but safer. It's a Genesis Wave, probably the pick here. Yeah, definitely going big. Scavenging Ooze. I'm really glad we took this now. Just a hate draft. The Ooze is not a fantastic card for our deck, but that's the best card out of this pack, I would say. We don't have anything in the 2-drop slot right now, and we don't even have any 3s. Also, we do have Green Sun Zenith, so that's actually a pretty nice card to have. I suppose this one is also nice with Green Sun Zenith, but I think I'd be more afraid of Reanimator. Actually, come to think of it, I think I opened Reanimate in this pack. Can't recall for sure, but if I did, it's not here. I know I saw Reanimate at some point, so it's not coming back. So it's good just to have. We had to pass Explosives, which kind of sucks, but just as a hate draft scenario. Wall of Roots, definitely the pick. I want a hate draft Deed, but I don't think I can afford to pass Wall of Roots here. Chrome Mox came back. Maybe the Swiss drafts are a little different than the single limb, because there's fetch lands coming around. Chrome Mox table. I don't think I've ever seen this table before, and especially with six cards left in the pack. But I don't even think we want Chrome Mox. I just don't think it works really well in our deck. Thornling, once again, is not amazing, but it does work with Green Sun Zenith, so Plow Under, that's a good one. Thelonite Hermit tabled. I guess it's not even that big of a deal. It's not that good, but we definitely want it now. And Garruk tabled. Wow, that's pretty surprising. And then, of course, the 2 lands being in the pack was also surprising, but Cloud Thresher, that's a pretty good 15th pick. Although it does kill our Spectral Procession and Myria Angels, so maybe we won't play it, so we'll sideboard it. And Maze of Ith, it's not very good in our deck anymore. If we were actually a ramp deck, which I was pretty certain we would be, it would be pretty good, but I might end up just not playing it. Let's see, I still have a red splash open to me. Ooh, wow. This is actually a tough one. Very tough. This is a good pack. Wow. So we've got, for ourselves, we got Primeval, Jite, and Armageddon. Not to mention the Demonic Tutor, but, you know, we don't really need that. And the Taiga. Taiga probably tables, but we don't really need that either. So Titan, Jite, or Geddon. The only one of those three that could possibly table would be Geddon, obviously. But I still think that's a long shot. But that might just be an incentive enough for us to pass the Geddon. Plus, it's probably the worst of the three to have in our deck. Titans. Oh man, I'm gonna go ahead and click on Jite first. I think our deck it could make a lot of use out of Jite. Whereas with Titan, if we're on 6 mana, well, the only thing that we're doing is like getting up to Genesis Wave. I don't know, Mindslaver, and I guess we could search for Cradle and Maze of Ith, but I don't know. It's certainly a tough call. Maybe the way our deck is shaped up, we just actually aren't a Jite deck, but too late now. Survival of the Fittest. We have 8 creatures. It's not that powerful. The rest of this pack is not that exciting for us. I guess Thran Dynamo, like, we don't have a lot to ramp into. That's why I didn't want to pick the Titan, but maybe I should have just picked it anyway, and then got this, and then just Genesis Waved our way to victory. Like, we can already Genesis Wave off of Wake, the Guy's Cradle, so this card doesn't really do anything else for us. But, well, we'll go ahead and click it. We could still take the Survival, pick up more creatures, possibly. I'm not a huge fan of Regrowth in this deck. Mimic Vat, Giant Soulfuge. Soulfuge probably tables. It's not that exciting either way. So we're left with Dynamo. Okay, now we have another pick. Kitchen Finks, Eternal Witness, or Tanglewire. We kind of are lacking in our 3-drop slot, and both of these are very good. So I'm gonna not pick Tanglewire. And then we also have Green Sun Zenith, of course. So both of these cards are very good with that. I think it's gonna be Finks. For one thing, this is an actual turn 3 play. Whereas this is not. And we don't have a lot of cards to get back with Witness. We have Plowlander and Mindslaver. That's pretty much it. So, Kitchen Finks. Search for Tomorrow or Mold Shambler. Well, I think we have enough 5s and enough 4s, so enough 6s in fact. So we'll just actually take Search for Tomorrow and not Mold Shambler. Found a card to splash red for, and the rest of the pack is pretty lackluster. Ooh, actually, you know what? Mentor of the Meek. Mentor of the Meek would not be that bad. Can I table that? Probably not, because there's a good chance, the way things are going, I'm probably going to get the Dragon Skull Summit and the Steam Vents. Although the next card in the pack would probably be Mentor of the Meek, so I guess we'll chance it. Maybe not though, because Daybreak's actually not that impressive for us. Yeah, you know what? It's not that impressive for us. We're just gonna take Mentor of the Meek. It's a pretty good Stirring Wildwood. The rest of this pack's pretty bad for us. It's actually pretty good, just bad for us. Desertion, Electrolyze, Wheel of Fortune, and then Enlightened Tutor, kinda. Those are all some reasonable cards. Acidic Slime would be another 5-drop. The next card would have to be Yavimaya Hollow, which is actually pretty good, just so you know. Maybe I do want the Hollow. How many I have right now? I have 25 cards showing. So I have, well, Worship's going to be in the sideboard. Dynamo might not make the cut, but I still have enough cards. This one might not make the cut. No, we'll do slime. I did want the hollow. All right, with our last fresh pack, we get Temple Garden or Fertile Ground. Well, we already have Wildwood and Brushland. And let's see. Well, we do actually need fixing, but Fertile Ground is also fixing, and it's ramp, so I think I'd rather take the Fertile Ground. No way. Wow. I never ever imagined that this would happen. Oh my god. And the Geddon is gone. That's actually pretty funny. Let's see. Well, now we got to choose between Regrowth and Solifuge. Solifuge actually is a pretty good card against a few archetypes in this format. Could be a good sideboard card. Regrowth, once again, doesn't hit a lot of cards in our deck. The best one being Mindslaver and Plowunder, but I just want the sideboard card at this point. And Eternal Witness came back. That one's actually not that unheard of, but I'm still very surprised by that. So you can't play Lead the Stampede. I don't know if anybody's ever played this before, actually, in a cube. Daybreak came back. I guess that's not... I don't know, I was expecting the lands to come back. Neither of them came back this time. I'm pretty sure I saw a pack with a black-red and a blue-red duel or something like that. But when it's a... But this time, neither of them came back. It was Summit and... Okay, I forget now. But whatever, I don't know. There's no explaining it. So I think our deck is pretty good. Do we main deck? Maybe. We'll just throw it in there. Oh, yeah, we had Stag too. I hid that. Even though it's a fine card, I'm pretty sure we're not going to main deck it. We have all the Garooks. Thornling is actually a pretty respectable 5-drop, but there's just so many 5-drops that it's not usually going to make the cut. Especially when we have as big of a token theme as we do. So we have some pretty good sideboard cards. All right here. Mindslaver, Jite. So, and then do we play Thran Dynamo? I don't think we do. I do not think we do. It works with only a few cards, like 2 to 3. So really, it's not that great. 12 creatures, it's pretty low. Well, I mean, that's not really true though. We have a lot more than 12 creatures. Do my usual sorting. We have a total of 4 planeswalkers, but unfortunately we can only ever have 2 in play at the same time. So we're definitely a mashup of tokens and ramp, which is kind of awkward, but I guess they get brought together by Gaia's Cradle. So we actually have 12 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures, so 18 creatures. For Genesis Wave, how many misses do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's pretty good. It's a really good amount of hits. So I guess we have plenty of creatures we can afford to cut Daybreak. Looks pretty synergistic to me. So what else do I cut? I think I'm gonna play 16 lands. This is a more of a 1-drop. So we have 5 ramp spells. Maybe 16 lands is not enough. I mean, look at our 5s. This is kind of a 5. Our 4s, our 10s. You know, these two are 10s. So 17 lands is probably correct. So 2 more cuts. I think I've got to cut a 5. I think in the worst of these would have to be Acidic Slime, which kind of sucks because we have Genesis Wave, or I mean Green Sun Zenith. So what are we Zenithing for currently? Hermit, probably not this Hermit. Titan, Witness, Finks, a 1-drop, or Wall of Roots. So yeah, that's a few good targets. Oh, also with the Titan, I probably do want to play Maze of Ith, but that's not a land, so you have to make 2 more cuts if I wanted to play this. I guess actually with the Wildwood and Cradle, maybe we don't need Maze of Ith. It sure would be nice, but I guess we could just board it in when appropriate. So just 1 more cut. I'd like it to be a 5-drop. Maybe this one. Yeah, this is a 8-drop. In fact, I guess we will just cut that. And we have a deck. So let's see, we're on 6 white sources, 13 green. I think, well, this one doesn't really count because I can't turn 1 anything with that. So maybe this is correct. 6, 12. Wait, 6, that's not right. 6, 12. Oh, yeah, that is right. 6, 12. I mean, yeah, like these white cards you don't have to cast too soon. In addition, we have Pilgrim, Fertile Ground, Search for Tomorrow. So yeah, we'll go with this.